we all made less trash? I never really thought about this question until I watched an old movie reel of my grandparents having a picnic in the early 1950s. There was something unusual about this picnic compared to a picnic we would all have today. There was no trash. Everything that my grandma unfolded and lifted from her picnic basket was reusable. Cloth napkins, stainless steel thermos, real cups, real utensils, food packaged in glass containers. I spent most of my career teaching environmental education, and one of my favorite parts about this work was sharing with others on how to see themselves as part of the solution. And it wasn't until I saw this Trashless Picnic that I finally realized that everything I was tossing into my garbage every day was part of the problem. Our trash tells a story about what we value. You see, back when my grandparents were my age, not much was thrown away. Nearly everything had a longer lifespan. When you bought something, it was expected to last, to be durable, repairable, and reusable. There was more meaning and value in belongings and materials. You took care of your stuff, repaired it, mended it. Simplicity, resourcefulness, and thrift were a normal part of everyday life. Throwing something out after just one use? Never. Fast forward to today, and much of what we consume on a daily basis is designed to be used once and tossed, or it's designed to have a limited lifespan. This poor design is actually a purposeful marketing and manufacturing concept called planned obsolescence. We live in a linear-based economy, which, to put it simply, means we design stuff for the landfill. And what about recycling? Recycling is nice, but it's not the full solution. With an increasing amount of materials being created globally, we simply produce too much for recycling to make a difference. We need to produce and dispose of less. The results of this toss-and-go culture has led to a somewhat ignored conversation about our material misuse and about the environmental impact our throwaway culture has created on the planet. With the average American producing 4.5 pounds of trash per day, it's time for us to rethink our waste. Think of the time and energy it takes to extract and then create a material, all to be molded into an object like a plastic fork or a plastic straw, all to be used for mere minutes and then discarded forever. Where is the respect and value in that material? When leaves fall from a tree, the leaves don't stay on the ground forever. The leaves are designed by nature to be reabsorbed back into the earth, so those nutrients can be used again and again. It's a circular system. In industry, this circular system is known as a zero-waste economy. Zero waste is not about producing or consuming nothing. It's about carefully and intentionally designing, producing, and consuming without waste as an end product. What if we designed and created materials to be used again and again, or to be released back into the environment without harm? My grandparents' Trashless Picnic inspired me to reduce my own garbage. This jar consists of nearly all the landfill waste that both my husband and I have generated since January 1st of this year. This is the only trash can we have in our entire house. There are 3 simple steps that we've used to dramatically reduce our trash footprint and to disengage from our current throwaway culture. The best part is that these steps can be applied by virtually any individual or community, including right here in Aruba. These steps are the foundation for building a culture of less waste. With Aruba being an island that imports 90% of its goods, these strategies are even more important to understand and follow. First, we must learn how to simplify. When we simplify, we become less overwhelmed and less distracted. We uncover our true wants and needs and put meaning and value back into our belongings and experiences. We also discover the value of ownership rather than consuming for convenience alone. Intentional and mindful consumerism allows us to focus on products that are lasting and reusable. This is actually a photo of our pantry at home. And second, we must move from a disposable lifestyle to a reusable lifestyle. The single most powerful action you can do to create less waste is to refuse single-use disposable products. This is anything that you use once and toss. For nearly every disposable item you can think of, there is a money-saving, lasting, reusable alternative. These are just some of the few of the reusable items that we have in our home. So when we go to the grocery store, we always have a cloth bag or a basket with us. If we go to a restaurant and we order a drink, we'll ask for no straw in our drink. And if we have leftovers from our restaurant meal, then we have a small container to bring home the food in. And if we go to a coffee shop, we always have our own reusable mug with us. And last, we must embrace our community and consumer power. We can invest back into our communities by creating sharing programs, community food gardens, composting options, and embracing local craftsmanship and artisans. We can give companies incentive to make positive change by using our voices to encourage better product design and recovery. We can encourage our local establishments to give up single-use materials and to embrace more reusable and sustainable options. Our consumer voices and actions contain more power than you know. When we use these 3 initial steps, each one of us can dramatically reduce our personal waste stream and shift the way our communities and establishments think about waste, no matter where we live. So what if we lived in a zero-waste world? The future may not be too far off. In fact, many businesses are blooming from this zero-waste mindset. Zero-waste markets are popping up in the US, Canada, and Europe. and a growing and diverse zero-waste blogging and social media community offers insights on creating a life of less waste. Even laws are being adopted globally to ban the use of single-use plastic bags, including right here in Aruba, starting next year. My grandparents didn't know back then that their picnic would be such an inspiration to me. I now spend my time sharing and inspiring others to rethink their own trash footprint and to live a life of more simplicity and sustainability. The zero-waste lifestyle isn't about being perfect. It's about embracing resourcefulness and community. It's about inspiring each other, using our voices collectively, and living by example in the middle of a throwaway culture. It's truly about putting value back into the things that we all use.